World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. Iran said on Tuesday it is continuing negotiations with Oman to establish safe shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil choke point. The BBC reports Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai said the talks focus on ensuring secure inbound and outbound maritime traffic while safeguarding both countries' sovereignty and national security. He added that discussions have been positive at both the technical and political levels. Meanwhile, Qatar called for freedom of navigation in the waterway, stressing that it must be protected under international law and not used for political pressure. Qatari spokesperson Majed Al-Ansari said any long-term arrangement should be agreed upon by all regional stakeholders. He also confirmed that Qatar, Oman, and Pakistan are facilitating dialogue between Iran and the United States, although no final agreement has been reached. In other news overseas, global oil prices fell to a 3-week low on Tuesday amid growing optimism over a potential agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. According to BBC News, Brent crude dropped nearly 5% to below $80 per barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate also declined by more than 5% to around $76. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said progress had been made in talks with Iran and Oman to allow more ships to pass through the vital waterway. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent added that a deal could be finalized as early as Tuesday or Wednesday. Despite the positive developments, analysts note that previous failed negotiations have kept markets volatile in recent months. The uncertainty has contributed to fluctuating fuel prices while continue to impact consumers worldwide. And finally, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday issued his first public remarks following U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to halt a planned strike on Iran and announce a Hamas disarmament deal. In a video message, the CNN reports Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu focused on Gaza, insisting that Israeli forces will not withdraw unless Hamas is fully disarmed. He emphasized that Israeli troops are authorized to take all necessary measures to protect themselves and the country. Reports indicate that the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, are now limited to targeting immediate threats with stricter approval required for broader operations. The remarks come as the United States pushes for a ceasefire and faced demilitarization in Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu said Israel has not agreed to any proposal but has submitted its comments on a draft plan from Washington. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.